Hi guys, this is David, and with this video today, I want to talk about a strategy that I think I'm going to go ahead and start working on, and I want to do this with a site with a mining site called Hashflare. Most of you guys, of course, are going to already know about the site, but for those of you that don't know about this site, this actually is another mining site that you can join up with. And as far as the rates, though, that you can buy the mining power with, they're actually pretty low. And in fact, let me go ahead and this is the dashboard right now. You can see I've actually got 1.82 terahashes right now on the site, which actually is pretty decent. But I'll tell you my strategy here in a minute. But even as far as prices goes, I want to go ahead and show you here what the prices are on this. This definitely is a great site to join because of the fact that the prices are so low as far as getting your mining power on this. They got this slider right here that you can slide over, and of course it shows you how much it's going to cost for your hashing power. And they got it to where you can even start out with like just 10 gigahashes per second if you want, and that only costs $1.20 to get that 10 hashes. Well, 10 gigahashes anyways, that you can start out with. And then in fact, I've even talked about this before in the past, though, compared to EOBot, it's actually very low compared to how much they charge on their hashing power. But even if you go up to one full terahash, it's actually real cheap too. It's only $120 total is what that comes out to. But let's go ahead and run some numbers here too. On EOBot right now, they've got it set up to where it's 30 cents for 1 gigahash. So you figure 30 cents times 1,000, because that's what you're going to come out to as far as getting one full terahash on the EOBot, and that would cost $300 to do that, compared to $120 that you're going to pay for on your 1 terahash on Hashflare. So definitely, if you want to start out small anyways, it's definitely a great way to start out though, because like I said, you can start out with just 10 gigahashes on the site, and it only costs $1.20 to do that with, and you can keep building up from there. So anytime you got a little bit of extra Bitcoin that you got a hold of, you can go ahead and put that into it. They do also accept credit cards, but I never suggest to do that, because most of these sites, when you use your credit cards, they do hold your payouts for 30 days. And myself anyways, I like to be able to get my payouts every single day if I want to. But the strategy that I'm going to work on though is to go ahead and keep this thing going as far as reinvesting, because they also have the option on here to where you can reinvest your earnings that you get from the site back into getting more hashing power. So you can of course do your withdrawals once you meet the minimum requirements, or minimum amount, I mean, as far as your withdrawals. But you can also do the reinvest option to where once you meet the minimum withdrawal, it will go ahead and, if you have that set up anyways, it will go ahead and set it up to where you can reinvest that into getting more of your mining power, more of your hashing power instead. And I'm going to go ahead and keep that going for a while, and I'm going to show you here the reason why. Because I had set that up, I think, a little over a month ago myself, as far as the reinvest thing, and I haven't touched it. I haven't taken anything out as far as any withdrawals on the site, and it looks like it was a good thing I did do that, because I actually ended up getting lucky too on this. Because when Bitcoin a few weeks ago did its big time skyrocket thing that it did, and it was going up real high, then what happened was, since I already had this into the reinvest mode, it actually helped me out a lot as far as getting a whole lot of extra hashing power. In fact, let me go back here and see if I can find it again. There we go. Right here, you'll see there's a total on here of $122.40. That $122.40 ended up getting me 1.02 terahashes. So in other words, I pretty much got 1 terahash. You might as well say it for free, because of the fact that 122, I didn't put that in there myself. I did not invest any money into that myself. What that was is when Bitcoin had skyrocketed, when it went up to $2,900, $2,900. as far as what it was worth. That because of the fact that skyrocketed, my reinvestment amounts that was in this account actually had skyrocketed as well too as a result. So in other words, I got lucky. I didn't know that was going to happen, and it just so happened that I got lucky and I had that amount that I already had in here as far as the reinvestment part, but it ended up compounding big time. And you'll see I had $1.20 that was reinvesting pretty much like every other day, I think, or if not, then every few days, whatever. And then it went up to $3.60, and then from there it went up to $21.60. And keep in mind, at this time period, this is when these prices was raising on Bitcoin, and then it went from $21.60 to $25.20, and then after that is when it skyrocketed big time. It went up to the $122.40. And like I said, I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything myself. I didn't put any money into this. This was all the fact that when Bitcoin raised up in price, it raised up my hashing power as well too as a result. And in other words, like I said, I got lucky on that because I had no idea that was going to happen. But it just goes to show that this is a good strategy to go by, because by you having it set to go ahead and reinvest into its own hashing power to raise up your hashing power, if anything like that happens again, then you do have a good chance then of getting your hashing power raised up a whole lot, like very significantly, because of course 1 terahash is a lot of hashing power, and like I said, it's free. It's something that I didn't have to do myself, and that's $122. So basically you got to look at the fact that I got $122 for free. And of course, you got to keep in mind that these are lifetime contracts that you're dealing with on these. It's not like it's 2-year or 5-year type of contract like some sites are. This is an actual lifetime contract that is going to benefit me then from this. So yeah, this is going to be my strategy. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to keep this set up to keep reinvesting into itself up to the point where I get around. I'm going to probably do this up until I get about 5 terahashes of mining speed. And then when I get about 5 terahashes of mining speed, what I will probably do at that time period is each week I will probably go ahead and start taking out half of my payments that I'm getting from this, and then the other half I'll still keep that in there to keep reinvesting into itself. Now here and there I do actually still put a little bit into it, but it's only like $2-3 here and there as far as what I do as far as the upgrades with this. It hasn't been anything big as far as anything that I put into it. Looks like here, yeah, recently I did put $12 into it, but I mean it's still small, big time compared to $100 that some people might want to do or whatever. I mean, obviously, if you want to put more into this, you can, but lately that's what I've been doing is amounts like this. I've been doing like here was another one I did. Oh no, that's not it. It was here. Which one was it? Oh, here it is. $2.40. So I did $12 not too long ago, and I did also $2.40 as well. So I've been putting some into it here and there, but nothing big as far as any type of big amounts. The biggest thing, like I said, is I just got this set up to where it keeps reinvesting, and it's actually at the point now too, which is real great, is the fact that every single day it's going to keep reinvesting into itself. Because it's making that much of a payout now. It's getting $1.20 put back into it like every single day now. So that's great because it's going to keep compounding, and then eventually it's going to get to the point where it is going to start moving up a whole lot faster on the on its own momentum. In other words, because of being able to reinvest every single day compared to every 3 to 4 days having to reinvest or whatever. So if you guys know anything about compounding, that definitely is a great type of system to go by. And so I'm looking to where this hopefully real soon should really start to take off pretty big. And that's not including the fact, like I said, that if Bitcoin ever goes up sky high in prices again, then that very well could end up having another maybe $50 or $100 pretty much free money into this as well as far as the hashing goes. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. And then of course, once it gets to the point where you're getting 5 terahashes or more, like I said, you can start taking some of that out. And then when you take some of that out as far as those profits, then I would suggest to also reinvest that into the other mining site like Genesis Mining, because you can use one to feed the other one, in other words. And this way it's like using free money by doing that, or pretty close to free money anyways. I mean, obviously you want to invest a little bit into it, but it's a way to do that and not really have to come out of your own pocket in order to do that. And then again too, once you get into a lot of hashing power on Genesis Mining, if you get to like 5 terahashes or 10 terahashes on there, then you can start taking some of that profit out as well too, and you can at that point then start using it for your bills if you want, or you can also use at least half of that anyways to go ahead and reinvest into it to grow it even more, because obviously this is a business that you do want to keep going and you want to keep investing into your business. And of course, that goes without saying, any type of business that you have, you always want to put some money into it to grow it, because as you can tell from the big time companies, like for example like Coke and Pepsi, you're going to keep seeing commercials on them all the time. It's not like you're going to have a few months or 6 months or something that you're not going to see any commercials. You're going to always see commercials on them pretty much every single day, because they're going to keep advertising, because they want to keep growing their business. So it's always goes without saying that no matter what business you work on, you want to always keep advertising and keep working on growing your business to make even more money. So just always keep that in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I wanted to just point that out, that that's my strategy. If you guys want to do that too, of course that's on you, as far as if you want to use that type of strategy. But I'm just saying that I think this is a pretty good way to go for right now, as far as keeping the hashing power growing and growing this into a pretty much a full-time business, pretty much a full-time income by just the simple fact of letting that reinvest is all you got to do. And of course, if you guys ever do want to join me, if you have not already joined Genesis or joined Hashflare, I will have the links in the description area of this video, so go ahead and check that out if you want to as well. So that's it then, guys, for this video. If you do have any questions or concerns, let me know, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, you guys have a great day.